Hello and welcome to Sports Today for the lunch show. Two script, absolutely two script. If any of you watched our India Today broadcast at 2:30, I had said 160 for 5. I'd actually given New Zealand a bit more because at that point in time, the idea was the game will start at 3 o'clock, not 4 o'clock. So that was the whole idea, that New Zealand will have an additional period to bat on. And maybe actually, if I would have been proved wrong, there would have been another couple of wickets. The last hour, the Indian bowlers were on song. It started again. If you see, at no point in time was New Zealand allowed to run away with the match. The run rate at no point, was beyond India. They could keep close in fielders. They could keep attacking. One run and over. There was one by beyond Rishabh Pant. The ball really moved and went for 4. There was one streaky. So if you allow that and then think 200, 135, so effectively you're talking about 34 runs in 2 hours. Out of the 34, if you say 8 to 10 runs was tricky. So New Zealand effectively got 25 runs in 2 hours. That was the kind of intensity with which the Indians bowled. I have been saying this on India Today and Sports Today for the last 3-4 days, that in conditions like this, the Indian bowling attack will come good. You've just got to be patient because this is test match cricket. It is not white ball, you will come, roll them over. That kind of thing doesn't happen. You've got to be patient because against a bowling attack which is as good, a wicket is just round the corner, has to be. Did you see the number of times Jasprit Bumrah, who was unlucky, I thought, beat Williamson? Number of times, bowled a beautiful spell, held the line, moved away, held the line, moved away, in swing, out swing, ball keeping, holding straight on. Excellent spell. But the thing I want to focus on now, for a start on the show, is Virat Kohli's captaincy. Think about the captaincy. Brilliant captaincy. The moment Henry Nicholls out there, 1 over from Bumrah and Shami, he got Ishant Sharma because he knows against the left-hander that ball was coming. Angled in, moving out, edge, Rohit, beautiful take. Beautiful take. That is spot-on captaincy. And then, from the other end, the moment BJ Watling came, Shami was swinging the ball, he got Shami. Another wicket. Now, we keep talking about moments in the game. These two were moments in the game. Henry Nicholls, Ishant Sharma was splendid captaincy from the Indian skipper. BJ Watling, Mohammad Shami was splendid captaincy from the Indian skipper. That's what I keep talking about when it's about building pressure. That was my first point today on the show, the Virat Kohli touch to this bowling attack. The way he marshaled his resources, obviously he's animated, he's going, he's getting the crowd to go, he's passionate, he's committed, all that is power. That is Virat Kohli. But the decision making was decisive. I've been saying this, I've been tweeting. It had to be a decisive session for India. I still think the game will be a draw. I still think so. New Zealand will come close to India but won't be able to take a lead. India, even if they try to go on the attack, it's tough conditions, great cricket to view. But had we got a half a day more, we would have gotten a result, and that result could have gone India's way. Because in the 4th innings, even if 150 was there to chase, that would have been tough. Would be tough, had to be tough. 2 spinners, bowlers running in from both ends will create footmarks. You've got 3 faster bowlers, 5 bowlers with that level of variation. The game is at this point in time is set. I would say India had their nose ahead because it's after this that, yes, I'm aware of the fact that New Zealand has a far better tail. Jamieson and Saudi and people will contribute. Even then, India is big time in the game. If you won the toss, you've got 217. I mean, even if the team batting second, New Zealand, get a 20-30 run lead, that's nothing. Because you've got to bat 4th. It's a World Cup final. Batting 4th under pressure, under lights, with cloudy conditions, 3 fast bowlers, 2 spinners coming at you, closing fielders, people chirping, the pressure mounting. It's a very different ballgame altogether. The other thing I want to talk about is Indian catching. We keep talking about India's catching, slip catching, outfield catching, and that was something in Australia we had a problem with. we had a problem with because multiple catches were dropped. But this match, just go from the first wicket onwards. The first wicket, Tom Latham, beautiful drive. Virat Kohli, full length. I mean, almost a full dive, taking it there. Beautiful catch. The judgment, the jump, the timing of the jump, all to perfection. That was the first breakthrough. Think about the second catch. Devon Conway, almost a full-blooded shot on the up, in the air. Mohammad Shami moving towards his left, beautiful take. On the run, from a faster bowler, a fast bowler that was on the run, an excellent take. And that was the wicket that opened it for India. Because Conway has been New Zealand's man in form. He's the newcomer. He's got tremendous confidence, 100, double 100 rather, and a 50. He had already gotten past 50, and that was one wicket India so badly needed at that point. And that got in Ross Taylor. So automatically when the game started today, you had a 2-ball-old Taylor and a Williamson who was 12. So and you've not batted for a day and a half. There was moisture under the covers, so it would help the bowlers for sure. There was weather around. There's been a slight drizzle at the start, so it would spicy things up. The bowlers were all fresh. What is also important, let's first finish the catching. Look at the number 3 catch. Full length dive. Anticipation at its absolute best from Shubman Gill. Absolute best. Ross Taylor committed to the drive, and the difference was Shami bowling it a little up, pushing the drive, allowing Ross Taylor to come forward, getting the drive slightly uppish. And Shubman Gill, beautiful take. Full length dive, taking that catch. So 1, 2, 3. Excellent catching from India. Excellent catching from India all through. Now for me, the catch from Rohit. It was going towards first. He anticipated. Pujara was there behind him. But what a first-class anticipation. Henry Nicholls, edge, beautiful swerve. Rohit, lovely take. Rohit has been superb in the slips. If you think about it, from Australia, the catch of David Warner and Mohammad Siraj, Rohit Sharma, full length dive, beautiful take. Then Tim Payne, edge, Rohit Sharma here, beautiful take. And again now, Henry Nicholls, edge, Ishant Sharma, Rohit Sharma, extraordinarily good take. So the catches number 1, 2, 3, 4 from India was special, was really, really special. Now let's focus a little bit on Mohammad Shami. Mohammad Shami, has been bowling superbly well. Even the last day, he was unlucky because one edge over Rahane, one edge over Kohli. He was consistently beating the New Zealand batters. Consistently. The point of Mohammad Shami का खासियत यह है वो बॉल दोनों तरफ मूव करते हैं at full pace. आज भी हमें देखने को मिला मोहम्मद शमी's ability with the older ball. और ये आप देखें, even Kane Williamson, ball was chaffing in, बाहर जा रहा है, सीधा होल्ड कर रहा है, and bounce भी मिल रहा है उन्हें. वो जो डिलीवरी था, a couple of times he hit the top part of the bat, Mohammad Shami, and the BJ Watling delivery was a top act. Middle stump gone, beautiful delivery, great bowling change from the captain, Mohammad Shami coming and doing the job. Fantastic bowling. And now think about the overall macro picture. New Zealand 101 for 2. Everybody said they have the initiative. We were constantly saying that 101 for 2 will become 120 for 4, can become in such conditions, in these circumstances with a bowling attack as good as India's. And that's what happened because this Indian attack is relentless. They will not let you run away. New Zealand had the advantage. They were 2 wickets down. The first 5, 6, 7 overs yielded 2 runs or 3 runs? There was hardly any loose balls on offer. You did not let them get runs because the moment you started to get runs, 217, India would be forced to move the 3 slips away. India would be forced. They had a forward shot slightly wider, and they also had a short point at one point in time. So the close-in men, and they also had a short mid-wicket. The close-in men would have to be moved away the moment your bowlers start conceding runs. India was relentless. And that's what paid dividends. Outstanding, 2 hours of cricket from India. Had they got Kane Williamson, you would have said New Zealand on the mat. And Kane Williamson just about survived. All of us have seen how good India was, how many times even the great Kane Williamson was beaten. Channel, outside off, kicking, Jasprit Bumrah, consider himself unlucky for that spell. Number of times he went past the bat of Kane Williamson. And Mohammad Shami, 4 degrees and 8. I mean, the point is, you do not need to swing the ball this much. You do not. Then Glenn McGrath would not have finished off with the number of wickets he has. All you want is slight deviation, because that's what will take the edge. Big movement will elude the bat. Always does. Slight movement, edge taken, gone. That is the whole beauty of Test cricket. Now let's talk about the intensity of the format. How many maiden overs? Think of the number of maiden overs. How many of you, were sort of able to even switch off your eyes from even one ball? And that is what the intensity of Test match cricket is about. That is what I love about Test match cricket. This is the mother of all formats. Make no mistake, it is the mother of all formats. It is incredible to watch. Every maiden over is drama. Every ball is drama. It is like a miniature painting. You can construct a story around every ball. आप हर बॉल को लेके आप डिस्क्राइब कर सकते हो, आप स्टोरी बोल सकते हो, आप उस बॉल एक एक किताब का पन्ना है. I mean, it is fantastic to watch the intensity of Test match cricket. And make no mistake, this Indian team is right up there. The famed bowling attack lived up to the billing of the famed bowling attack. Time for questions. Okay. Sachin Chaudhary, come on India, bowl New Zealand under 200 runs. Very possible, Sachin. Very possible. Shreyas Chaudhary, goosebumps. Absolutely. This is goosebumps kind of cricket, Shreyas. I mean, if you watch the intensity, every ball, the swing, the effort, the intensity, the commitment, the drama, that is what the World Test Championship is all about. This team is about. Test cricket at its best, Shreyas. Absolutely correct. Does bad light spoil today night? I don't think, Avinash, that will happen, because if you see the hour by hour prediction, I think the game will go on 91 overs for the day. I think we will have 91 overs for the day, and that is tremendous. 91 overs in English conditions, in conditions as difficult as this to bat on, will be very, very difficult for any team. Any team. Post lunch this session, the 2 hours, if India get in another 27, 28 overs, I think India will get another 3-4 for sure. And they will be into the New Zealand tail. So this match is, that's what I'm saying, maybe half a day more, but this match is beautifully set up. It was an intense session of cricket and was tremendous. Pawan, Shami, absolutely. He was brilliant, Shami, relentless. Sachin Chaudhary, good evening, Boria sir. Absolutely, Sachin, good evening. Result is certainly possible if we have full play. Tough, I mean, still tough. Because, you are talking about 2 full innings still left. So it is going to be tough, but yes, I agree with you. There is definitely a chance. I mean, I've been saying this, if you see my social media posts, that in England in 3.5 days, that's what we will have cumulatively if I take full day tomorrow. There have been test matches where we've had results in 3.5 and quarter to 4 days. So there's no reason why not. But you've got to see one team playing outstanding cricket, and for me, that team is India. Shalini Balagopal, could India win from here? Of course India can. I mean, come on, Shalini, of course India can. 150 to 175 in the 4th innings to chase. Believe me, New Zealand will have problems. This Indian side is relentless. They'll come hard. The pressure of the big final. There will be footmarks. There is a Ravichandran Ashwin and a Ravindra Jadeja, not to forget, also will come into play on the last day, the 6th day, the reserve day. India definitely can win from here. One more decisive session post-lunch, and India can definitely win from here, Shalini. Indranil, Shami's first delivery showed what was on store. Yes, I mean, the kind of swing that ball had, if you see the slip cordon, the whole slip cordon was taken by surprise. But the thing was, it started to swing after it passed the bat. You've just got that little deviation you need before it passes, and it will take the edge. New Zealand, very slow. The bowling is very good, Avi. New Zealand, not very slow. Garima De, Shami was throwing fire. He was. Why only Shami? Talk about Ishant Sharma, the ball that, which kicked up, Jaffa. Ishant Sharma getting the ball to move away. Jasprit Bumrah, unlucky, but the way he bowled to Kane Williamson at no point in time, except that one loose ball which was hit for 4, Jasprit Bumrah did not allow the New Zealand captain to do anything whatsoever. So it was a top spell. Indranil, Shami was missed Shaha with wicket-keeping aspect, but No, I have not missed Shah at all. Absolutely not. I mean, Rishabh Pant has been absolutely first class. Nobody has missed Shah in any sort of way. So there is no question saying that Ridhiman Shah has been missed. No, he hasn't been missed. Rishabh Pant has been absolutely spot on with his keeping. Bumrah bowled heart out without luck. I agree with you, Indroni on Bumrah. Absolutely, Bumrah bowled without luck because that was a top draw spell. 8 overs to go for new ball. That is the point. But you know, the older ball is doing a lot. When will India opt for the new ball? Is a very, very interesting and strategic question for the captain because the new ball will have lacquer. And because of the lacquer, the Duke's ball will not swing for 5-6 overs. When will India go for the new ball is a big question for the captain because you've already gotten the old ball to swing. It is moving around. It is darting around. So, and you don't need this kind of movement. I repeatedly say, so the new ball will be a tricky one. That when do you take it? Of course you will take it, but when do you take it depending on how the bowlers are faring? Because if India gets another couple in the 8 overs, then they will delay taking the new ball in Sunil. Bumrah's bowling shot looks very good to see. No, no. I mean, where he was beating Williamson, that wasn't short. That wasn't short at all. That was the perfect length. He was beating Williamson, holding the line. No, I thought he was pretty good. Avanindra Mondal, bootlick ICC as much doesn't change the fact they're an interrupted final test match. He's the most intelligent man on the face of this planet. Partner, you are a legend, absolute legend. Dimbojyoti Pal. Why can't ICC? It doesn't happen like that. I mean, a rule is a rule. What was a rule at the start of the game, Dimbojyoti Pal, cannot be extended because then, I mean, then it can't be done. This is international cricket. It is test match cricket. It's the final. The rule was there can be joint winners and there will be joint winners if need be. There can be a draw. International test match cricket is the only format of sport where there is a draw. Football there's a draw, but in a knockout setting for a final there is always a penalty shootout or a sudden death. Cricket and test cricket is the only format of international sport where we can have a draw. That's part of our game. And this has been an intense test match. It's been unlucky, but so be it. I mean, in England, to have 2 full washouts, we generally don't have. I mean, idiots like Avanindra Mondal will not understand, but that's a different point. He is a legend, as I said. But in England, things like this keep happening. To expect 2 washouts from me was a tad harsh. Maybe one more session. But ICC can't extend play. I mean, if they all of a sudden say that, New Zealand, for example, if they are on the mat, they'll protest. And it can't happen like that. It can't happen like that. Will spinners replace next session? Why? Sanya, why? I mean, because your faster bowlers are going great. I mean, you've got a 40-minute break. They will recharge their batteries. They'll come back. They'll press hard. You're getting into the tail with one more. And then it's Jamieson who's very good. But thereafter, Saudi, Bolt and Wagner, you will fancy your chances against the tail in conditions like this, on a wicket like this where there's movement. So all of these things will come into play. Avinash Kohli used the 3 pacers beautifully. Absolutely did. Shoykot, can we clean up the tail enders? That's very important. You cannot let the tail sort of score very important runs because then it becomes a problem, and that has been an issue with Indian cricket. I hope that doesn't happen. Divya Agarwal, clean up the tail quickly. Same point. Yes, one hopes in helpful conditions. Bumrah should be able to do that. Come back with maybe Yorkers and the short ball. Pepper them a couple of times. Have need be a short third because you've got to give them the short stuff. Put in a fielder there. They will try that, and boom. I mean, with this bowling attack, you do expect India to be able to clean up the tail. How impressed and very, very good from India. But again, I did not think this was unexpected. I thought this was very much par. If you see my tweets, you see my broadcast on India Today, even at the end of the last day and today morning, I've been saying this. Not once did I say that, oh, New Zealand is well and truly on top. No, because you just need 2 balls in a situation like this, and it's 120-30 for 4. You're into the middle order, and then you can get in because this Indian side, the bowling attack is tremendous. Shanky, this is Virat's Indian team. Absolutely, boss. I mean, and doing it beautifully well. Will be another 7 day. No. It won't be a 7th day. There's no chance. Too many questions. Okay, I will finish off there. with the thought that I think India is well and truly back, and the post-lunch session will be incredibly important for India to set the game up. And I think they will do it. I think they will be able to set the game up. They've got momentum. They will come intense. They'll come hard, push New Zealand. That's what I'm banking on. So should you. Do not miss a single ball of the World Test Championship, because this is cricket at its absolute best. Thank you for joining me on Sports Today. We will come back with more updates. Rajashri will come back end of day while I am on India Today, so you can watch us on either place. But what a test match it is. A big session coming up. And if India decisively wins this one, match on. Thanks very much for watching.